What is going on, everyone? Welcome to G-Ball Vision. I have a fun one for you. Today we are taking a look at my EDC update for February, the knives that I've carried and used over the last month, maybe a little bit more. While we're getting started, let us know down in the comments what you have for your EDC. So this is definitely one of my most carried knives over the last month, the Concept Deadite. And this is a huge pat on the back from me to them. This is the most refined knife mechanically that I have ever handled from Concept. We're looking at S35, stonewash, trailing point blade, nice belly for certain tasks. You have that pokey tip still going to pierce. It's not extremely low, but still completely usable. And then you have this nice little straight here. Sharpening choils, not too shabby. Studs, flipper tab, they both work well. My only nitpick with this knife is I wish the flipper was just a little bit different. It still works and it still feels good, but I think it could be even better with just a slight tweak. This part down here is really unnecessary, and if this poked out where this does here, up here, it would be perfect. So basically flip this thing around. Have the farther portion come out here and have it kind of trail back in. That would have been absolutely perfect. The detent on this is a 10 out of 10. For me personally, it's a little bit stronger. Most people or the average person might think it's a little strong. We are looking at a bronze finished titanium bolster, and we have this beautiful Mars Valley fat carbon fiber on both sides. We have a matching bronze titanium milled clip and then a titanium backspacer. This thing is a gorgeous knife. It's a good size, and as I said, it is one of the best, if not the best, mechanical knives that they have done. Just clicky, clacky, nice pops on the open, nice positive click on the close. Just really, really solid all the way around. Really excited for what Concept has in store for 2025. The next knife we're taking a look at is coming from Katuo. This is the Mini Griffin, and as awkward as this knife looks, I have not had any issue using the knife. I know some people complained about this area here and, what to do with your hand, but I mainly live up in here kind of with the fingertip when I'm using this knife. I mean, this isn't a hard use knife. It's not meant to be that. So I'm either here doing like a quick cut if I'm just cutting open some envelopes, packages, whatever, or if I really need to concentrate on what I'm doing, I just kind of choke up there. So I haven't found really any issue with the ergonomics of the knife in that sense. Is it going to be the most ideal to have like an extremely comfortable, proper grip, if you will? Maybe not, but I like the design of this. It's a really unique look. I love the blade shape. It's a harpoon drop point. M390 has their blasted finish. Nice large cutout, front flipper and rear flipper for deployment. We're looking at titanium for the entire body, backspacer, and pocket clip. And then we have some really nice marbled carbon fiber inlays, and the transition is flawless. We have a milled tie clip, and it is reversible. In our backspacer here, we have an integrated lanyard hole, and we are looking at a button actuated liner lock. So you have a true detent in there. This thing is going to feel very good on the open, very satisfying. And then you have all that benefit of the button and just being able to push that, close the blade, but you're getting the strength of a liner lock, which is much better than a plunge lock in my opinion. Definitely a big fan of the Katuo Mini Griffin. And I, of course, have had this in my hand quite a bit here over the last week or so, the Devo Chaser. Kubi OEM for Devo. We're looking at S90V two-tone satin with a hand satin on the flat and a beautiful belt satin on the primary. Love this top swedge to kind of finish off the entire look of that drop point blade. Beautiful set of jimping up here where it really matters. And we have a tiger stripe titanium handle with micro milling. Now there's 6 different versions, and there's one version at each retailer. So there's 6 retailers, 6 versions. Each retailer has one, but some of them are sold out. This is the Devo exclusive version here, and this one is gone. But TPK, Urban EDC Supply, is going to be dropping some this week. And then there's White Mountain Knives. There's a couple other places. Blade Binge, I think those are sold out. But there are some of these still in stock. So if you like this knife or been wanting to pick one up, they are available, but do not count on that for too much longer. Love the setup with the hardware. We have a clean show side pivot and a non-tooled filler tab. And then we have a titanium milled clip, single Torx, it's recessed, and then our tooled pivot. Very clean looking design, really well done flipper tab. You can get a ton of leverage on it. Nice and clean action. Very, very good design on this knife. More of a mid-size knife, but it's laid out very well to get that proper, comfortable grip that you might be desiring, that you might not have gotten with the Katuo Mini Griffin. This mid-size knife will definitely be able to handle that. And the Devo Chaser, definitely a big hit in my book. I like flippers. And let's stick with that mid-size theme and take a look at the Vastid Akita. And I thought I'd like the Onkilo more before I handled this knife. And the Onkilo's a little bit bigger than the Akita here, but I like the blade shape. I love sheep's foot blades like the Onkilo has, but I would say, more often than not, I'd probably go something like this or maybe a lower drop point, but I love blade shapes like this. You have your pokey tip, a little bit of belly, and a little bit of a straight edge here. Nice full-size choil so you can choke up. I wish this was an XL size. It would be fantastic in my opinion. I mean, this is a great knife as it sits. It's a mid-size knife, but I think we need, an 8.5 inch knife. Same with the Chaser from Devo. I think an XL is certainly in order. The Akita is sporting that Bowie clip point style blade with a flat and a top swedge, stonewash finish. We have a cutout, and we are looking at a front flipper as well. They ran S35 on the Akita for this particular version. The jimping is ran up very nicely, very grippy. We're looking at their Vanker lock, which is a button pivot-based lock. So the locking mechanism is through that pivot, and you have a detent in there, and I would say they absolutely are dialing in this Vanker lock. The deployment is absolute wonderful. Just really, really good. You can get a nice wind up on that cutout and really fire the blade out. We're looking at anodized aluminum for our handle material, a little bit of texturing. There's several different versions of the knife. We have a deep carry clip here that's recessed. The screws are topped off, and I don't know why they did that. And not that they haven't interfered, like even in sweatpants. It hasn't really interfered even on a thicker band like sweatpants, and I'm not sure why they did that, but in thicker seams, those definitely could cause an issue. Is that a reason not to pick the knife up? No, I think there's plenty of room in there unless you must have, the ability to just easily slide this in your pocket. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't let that deter me from picking this knife up, but I would say that's my main gripe with this knife is why they didn't use flat screws there. But as far as comfort, ergonomics, materials, the design, the lock, Very, very good from Vosteed. I really look forward to what they have in 2025 as well. Next up, the fixie that I've been pretty much rocking. Now, I have had a few that I've been switching around, but the Axial Alpine version 2, I really like this fixed blade right here. It comes with a taco sheath and an Alti clip set up right out of the box. USA made, Magna Cut, done at 62 to 3, and I believe that, that's specific for fixed blades, which is perfect. They run their OTFs a little bit higher. They have several different blade shapes and different styles you can get. This is the black textured G10. I threw a titanium bead and a lanyard on here. Been trying it out. So far, I like it. So far, I like the little lanyard. We're going to see how it goes, but I only have it temporarily on there. Very temporary. Very thin blade stock. Nice pokey blade. Little bit of belly there. Little bit of a straight edge. You have a perfect handle size for my hand. I can get a full grip on this, nothing more, nothing less. It's absolutely perfect. I have like a 4-inch width here on my hand, so a little bit bigger than average, and I fit on here perfectly. I wear an XL glove, so anyone with an XL hand or smaller, you're going to fit on this beautifully. Even if your hand's a little bit thicker, I still have, if I'm squeezed up on here, there's still a little bit of handle there to poke out, and you can spread out on this thing. Great retention in and out of the sheath. Great little push spot there. Axial really knocked these out of the park, and the price tag for USA made and the sheath and the Alti clip is a very good price point for what you're getting. Next up, we're taking a look at the new Tenable Shard. This came out, I think, early in February or late in January, and the video is out on this for the unboxing. This thing has really been, really, how do I want to say it? It's been a great knife to carry. This is like $60 from Tenable. We're looking at a nice size folder. 14C28N stonewash sheep's foot blade, cut out for deployment. Nice sharpening choil, crossbar lock for our locking mechanism. They made the tabs protrude out just a little bit extra, and that makes this all the more easy to disengage. Very well thought out. The texturing on the aluminum here is really nice. They have G10 and some other versions. I would get the aluminum, no doubt about it. We also have steel liners under here, which is going to give that aluminum some rigidity, a little bit of added toughness, but they went in there and gave it a bunch of weight relief so it's not overly heavy. They have a deep carry clip on here, very subtle clip, and it is going to be reversible. So really check marked a lot of boxes for me on the Tenable Shard here. I know some people said, everybody's not going to get what they want. The original had a flipper tab. This one does not. The flipper tab would have definitely caused issues with the crossbar lock. You're talking about completely redesigning that entire area in there if you wanted to keep the crossbar lock. So they went with the cutout. I would expect if this is a hot commodity and something people are really wanting to pick up, I could see them incorporating the original design with a button liner lock or something like that, which would really be a smash hit, I think, also, if they could keep the price down like the Shard here. So I am going to give this a quick cameo. I don't know if they're out. I guess I should have looked. The drop points were in stock. I think they are either gone or they are going to be gone soon. I'm talking about the Asher Lil Buddy. I've been carrying the snot out of the Asher Lil Buddy Warncliffe here, S90V. We have a beautiful taco sheath, comes with this clip here, ready to go out of the box to go in your pocket or on your belt. Nice little ramp here to kick it out. Great retention, Great blade shape. And if you don't like Wharncliffes, he's got the little buddy drop point. Don't know if you'll be able to get one right now, but they will be back. Jimping up the spine here. Nice sharpening choil. Contoured and textured G10 with a lanyard hole. I have all of the little buddies, and it is, it's probably my favorite EDC fixed blade all around. The Alpine is up there in the USA side, and I would say, for any other aspect, the Asher Little Buddy is going to be that top spot for me. If the Wharncliffes aren't out yet, they will be soon. Just in case they are in stock, I'll pop up a little blurb if they are. But just in case they still are, here is, and I've been using this one up pretty good too. Here's the new contoured micarta version, drop point, beautiful stonewash, all the same features, S90V. He also had 3V versions as well. I'm not sure what is in stock, but I will let you guys know on screen. So I always try to go back and carry an old knife here and there, or a relatively older knife, just something that time has passed on. And lately it's been the Concept Link. This isn't real old, but it came out in 2024 sometime, and I love the Concept Link. I love the look of this knife. Here again, I wish we could get an XL. We have a harpoon, drop point, dual ground, satin finish, S35. We have a cutout. We have studs and a front flipper there. The detent is beautiful. Cutout for the reverse flick is money. The studs are done well. That front flipper is jimped perfectly if you like front or top flippers. Man, this is really, really good. Good jimping, beautiful design, works really well, works as intended. We have this gecko carbon fiber, very good looking stuff. Wish it was on the other side as well, but we are blackwash titanium, which I have started to come around on it more. Initially, I didn't like it whatsoever, but as I've gotten knives like that in, I've bought in some, just like it, and I've started to enjoy them a little bit more. It's not quite as bothersome as it used to be to me originally, but man, it's not something I would let deter me from picking up a design that I really like. Especially, that's what you're looking at there. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Love the closed and open profile. That's the oldie for February. And another one, we have the Kaiser Silverwing here. This is out of their X series. Not sure how these are doing on stock either. They were all in stock, but that changes on a daily basis. We are looking at one of Kaiser's, their best production knife yet. The way it's built, the way it's finished, whether you like the design or not, that is a different story. But this is definitely some of their best work. This has S90V on that trailing point blade, a beautiful belt satin with a hand satin on the flat, nice large choil 50-50 area here. This knife is extremely comfortable in the hand. I don't have a single hot spot with this knife anywhere. I could sit here and squeeze this all day long. I don't feel the clip. I don't feel anything. And sitting in this area with this jimping, it's just really, really comfortable. We do have studs and a front flipper for deployment. You have some tritium slots, titanium with a ton of milling all over the place, up around the pivot, along the spine, chamfered. We have this grill looking area. It looks awesome. We have jimping up the spine, texturing on the pocket clip. Just a really, really unique looking knife that Kaiser knocked out of the park. This is on needle bearings as well, and it is extremely smooth on the open and close. It's not crazy fall shut right now, still breaking in, but it's just very, very casual close. You just need very light shakes or just one decent one, but it's extremely smooth, really well tuned, Really like this knife. Really excited for what Kaiser has in store for us in 2025 as well. And next up, the Kershaw Live Wire. This thing has been in my right, or my left side since I pulled it out of the box. Talk about ultimate convenience. I mean, when you're being extra lazy, how awesome is it to just slide this out real quick, slide the button up. You got this piercy, nasty Wharncliffe blade in Magna Cut, two-tone finish, aluminum handles, USA made, reversible deep carry clip. Yeah, it looks goofy, but it works really, really well. Don't know what to tell you. It looks a little odd, but it certainly works really good. Not sure how that design worked out, but like I said, over sweatpants, jeans, any type of pants I've worn, this thing has went beautifully over it, and this thing is really comfortable. The action is really good, and believe it or not, I'm often either carrying an OTF like this or a gravity knife along with a couple of folders and or a fixed blade. I always have something like this OTF out the side, or a gravity knife that I can constantly mess with. But this has been on my left side for several weeks, and I don't see it going anywhere. It does everything I ask it to do, and it is a package destroyer. Let me tell you, it's a good size as well. I know people are restricted with OTF laws and whatnot, and this is certainly not all the knives I've handled throughout the month or even carried, but those are some of the exciting ones. There is a ton of awesome knives that have just recently come out or that are coming out. Let us know down in the comments what some knives that you are excited for that maybe just came out or are coming out. I love hearing from you. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. It helps push the video out there to more people. If you're new to the channel here and you enjoy this type of content, you're in the right place. Make sure you subscribe because I release daily videos just like this. I'll put up a couple of new videos on your screen. YouTube is recommending you go check out that one right there on the right side of your screen. Have yourself an awesome day. Thank you all again for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.